My friend Sean Vigue with SeanVigueFitness.com, YouTube's most watched yoga and Pilates guy. So thank you very much for that. Take a moment to like this video, comment on how you did, subscribe. I really appreciate that. And above all, share and tag people in these videos, because nothing is more powerful than a personal recommendation. That being said, my friends, you've been asking for it. Not this weird wardrobe. I just filmed the butts and guts workout, but I don't know, it feels kind of good. The gloves and the tank top in the snow. Colorado's weird. Like, it looks freezing here, but it's in the 50s. By the way, we're going to work stretch our hips and our hamstrings and pretty much everything else, but we're focusing on those two areas, hips and hamstrings. This deep stretch. You can hold these, poses longer if you like. I always recommend 5 to 10 deep breaths. That's inhale and exhale. Or you can time them 30 to 60 minutes, but make sure those muscles are warm, like you've been doing something before. You don't want to stretch on cold muscles. It's, you want to think of them as warm taffy. Definitely huckleberry taffy from Montana. So you want those muscles to be nice and easy, and you reduce the risk of injury as well. So without further ado, let's go to some of my favorite. These are my favorite hamstring and hip stretches. Great for men, great for women. Do them anywhere, anytime, all levels. All right, let's begin with forward fold. Bring the feet hip width apart. Always keep a little softness in the knees. You don't want to lock out those joints. When they lock out, it puts pressure on them. Let the muscles be what holds you in place. So bring the arms up, and we're just going to dive down. Lead with the top of the head into forward fold. I'll give you some nice pointers here. Sometimes they're little secrets. I teach these in my classes all the time. To get a bigger stretch out of this, rock your weight forward into your toes. And your breath is going to be so important in these stretches, in everything you do. So with each exhale, lengthen a little more behind the knees. And as you inhale, soften a little bit. And as you exhale, also let the top of your head sink lower. So you're getting that spine stretch as well as stretching your hamstrings right back here. Think of the hamstrings like tight rubber bands. You just gotta lace, you gotta lengthen out. So exhale, sink down a little more. Now with the arms, you can have them here. You can take the fingers underneath the toes. We call this the gorilla stretch. So you have a little support here. You can actually pull down, but do with the exhale. If you really get flexible, you can wrap the arms around the backs of your legs. Let's take one more deep breath here. And then lift back up. We're going to do a cross-legged, woo. Oh yeah, Rocky Mountain High right there. Cross-legged forward fold. Take your right leg over your left. Try to line up the toes. And again, take the arms up. When you come into it, you want to make it nice and big. So you open the chest. Let the shoulders slide down and back. And then again, dive down. Build that foundation. Now this one, my friends, the leg in the back, you're going to feel it. Once you rock forward again, you're going to feel it, of course, in your calves and your hamstrings. You're also going to feel it in your IT band, from the hip to the knee in the left leg. 1 out of 10 of my clients doesn't feel it there. It means you have no IT band. You should get your money back. I'm kidding. Take your nose and bring it towards your knee with each exhale, your right knee. Rock the weight forward. Again, you could soften the knee a little more, and then exhale, go into it. If it gets too intense, keep a little movement in there. All right, bring it up, and let's switch the leg. Left leg over the right leg. A little dance, a little shimmy. I'm on a little bit of a decline. Take the arms up, diving down. Again, rock that weight forward. If it gets too intense, rock it forward and back. You have that body wisdom. It's like when you wake up from a deep sleep, you automatically just stretch. You may not even realize you're doing it, but you stretch. So same thing with these stretches. Something feels a little tight, just move it around a little bit. You kind of work your way in there. The movement really helps loosen things up. The body will never get stretched without the movement. Just doesn't do it sitting around. Let's take 2 more breaths. Happy hamstrings. Also getting the IT band, the back, the neck, the shoulders. All right, bring it up. Shake it out. Let's go to wide-legged forward fold. Now we're starting to activate a little of the inner thigh, the hips, as well as the hamstrings too. So wide, choose your distance. Take the arms up, choose your destructor. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Then we dive down. Again, line it up. Crown of the head right here. Dunk it down. And from here, you could hold it. You could sway a little side to side. You can grab the opposite arm with each hand too if you like. Again, the stretch is the wide-legged. I'm giving you options you can do in it. Back and forth. As you exhale, give your abs a little squeeze. Flex them a little bit to protect your lower back. And one more deep breath. You could also grab the legs, use that for leverage. And again, put the weight into the toes and a little softness in the knees. We call it a sliver of softness. Inhale, rising up. Whew. And let's come down, butterfly. Hip opener. Bottoms of the feet together. Always did this in track. I think we did it more than we actually ran. I just did it so I could hang out with the girls. Pretty girls. Now, take your hands to your feet. Little tip here, take your elbows to the legs. As you exhale, press down gently and hinge your upper body forward. It's really going to open the hips in here, the groin area, the psoas area. Groin area, that always makes me giggle, groin. And exhale into it. Feeling more flexible, just walk the hands in front and keep going. With each exhale, open a little more. Think of lubricating those hip joints. One more breath. And then come up, add a side bend to this. So I'll mirror you. Take your left hand either to the leg or to the ground, and the right arm up and over. So we keep opening the hips, and now we're getting this extra stretch. I mean, I'm always going to add on to these because you have the opportunity, the tremendous opportunity to engage your whole body in these stretches. For functional flexibility, functional, whatever you do. The toughest sport to the simplest activity around the house. All right, other side. I always think like from football or rugby to just picking up a pen. Let's take 2 more breaths. Stretch it out. Nice side bend. All right, taking your butterfly practice a little deeper, it's called the fire log. Take your left leg, set the ankle on top of your right thigh. If that's too much, sit in a cross-legged position with that left leg on front. Now, let's make it dramatic. I was a theater major, vocal performance major, so everything's big. We want it dramatic. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms up. Oh. And now turn to your left. You're going to go off this top leg, hinge it forward. Now use that blessed upper body weight to sink that hip down. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a little intense. That's what your breath is for. Your breath will come in and release. Every time you exhale, you want to lengthen forward. So don't just drop. You want to lengthen. Keep that spine long. You could walk the hands further out here. Feel that hip opening, the glute, the knee. Fire log. I built a fire last night. I was inspired by that fire to do this stretch. You can see the fireplace back there. Isn't that crazy, the fireplace? We didn't have that in Florida. We don't have such things. All right, now one more thing here. Take your right hand down. Let's stretch it up and over. If you like, you can take your hand, press, and then lean also. You get an adjustment here sometimes. Big hip stretch, big hip stretch. Hips, lower back, knees, hamstrings, everything's connected. You don't just stretch one part and they're isolated. They all work together. So if one goes out, they all go out. It's like the old Christmas tree lights. One bulb goes out and shit. I almost swore there. They all go out. I'm not going to swear. Shoot, drat. All right, other side, fire log. If you want to, give a little shake in between. Take your right ankle on top of the left. Take the arms up. Turn and off that leg. Again, 5 to 10 deep breaths or 30 to 60 seconds. Make sure you're not bouncing. I don't think I need these. Take my oven mitts elsewhere. You don't want that bouncy stretch. You want to breathe. That long exhale. Purifies everything. Oh, by the way, for your breathing, I usually do in the nose, out the mouth. You can do in the nose, out the nose, or whatever feels most comfortable. But breathe deep into those abdominals. All right, then up and over, side bend, or take the hand and press down. If you're really feeling flexible, keep your glute down, but bring your forearm to the mat. mailman's behind me. All right, one more exhale. Big stretch. And let me take you into the straddle. Take your, we'll do the same way. Take your left leg forward, bring your right foot in, turn to the left. Again, hinge forward, grab the toes, feet, or the ankle. Each exhale, press the back of this knee down. Hamstrings, hit those hamstrings. And lengthen, up and over. Uh-oh, mailman's here. Quick break. And we're back. I just got a nice package from the mailman. All right, here we were in this stretch right here. Let's do a couple more deep breaths. Hurdle stretch. By the way, an inversion of this is take this leg to the outside, thus, I said thus, stretching a little of the IT band and the quad. Definitely a little more challenging, and you still get this stretch right here. All right, hurdle stretch, other side. Take the right foot forward. By the way, a lot of these are featured in my book, Power Yoga for Athletes, SeanVigueFitness.com/PYFA. Check it out, order it now. Oh, sorry, big production, take the arms up. Exhale, hinge. In Pilates, we're always taught to reach up and over, like you have a beach ball right here and you're rounding over it. And what that does, of course, it lengthens your spine, also activates your core more to stretch as opposed to dropping down, and it gives you that nice through line. So every exhale, you lengthen a little bit more. You press the back of the knee down. Inhale, soften. Exhale, lengthen. So hold that stretch. Again, if you want, you can turn this leg out. I'm going to fall down the decline if I do that. And take out the tripod. 2 more breaths. And stretch. Use those fingers for a little leverage. Okay, now let's take it to straddle stretch. Find that straddle. I love the straddle series, incredibly powerful. Open up as much as you can, that's what she said. Spine stretch. This is a little different. I mean, you can always take the fingers down here and let them do the walking like the yellow pages. If not, a little more advanced, take the arms up. There's a little variation on the Pilates spine stretch. You're going to exhale, hinge forward. Then inhale, lift back up. So you also have the added advantage of working your core and working on that posture. Keep the shoulders down. Exhale, hinge. Opening the hips, doing the hamstrings, the calves, the whole 9 yards. Let's do it 3 more times. Lead with the crown of the head again, the top of the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. I think we have 1 more. Let's do 2 more for good measure. I am the worst counter. I used to be great in school with the flashcards, but it all went downhill after that. Hinge. Now just bring the fingers down, and you can keep on walking. Keep on walking. Hold that stretch right there. Each exhale, go down a little more. If you get all the way down, you could take your hands to your legs, pressing slightly apart, get that extra stretch, or even slip the arms underneath the legs. So really, oh man, inner thighs, hips, hamstrings galore. Open a little bit more, a little bit more. 2 more deep breaths. Ooh, this ground is so cold. Okay, bring it up. We'll save more for the next video. Bring those legs in, shake them out. And now, this is a little challenging here. I want you to come to boat pose. So bring the knees in, shoulders back and down. This is called extended boat. It's basically down dog, but seated. Extend the legs up. You can keep your fingers here on the hamstrings, or grab the feet or the ankles and extend up. With each exhale, press through the heels and drop your shoulders down. So posture. I'm really a stickler for posture. Keep those shoulders down, keep the chest open. As you exhale, squeeze the abs. If this is a new one to you, I guarantee you're going to be going like this. That's fine. That means you're actually hitting where you need to hit. You're hitting that threshold. And just practice a few times, and those legs will lengthen because your body yearns so badly to lengthen. It wants to stretch. It will work the best when you lengthen those muscles, those tendons, those hamstrings, those hips. It definitely wants that. It'll serve you so well. If you cut yourself, your body will do everything it can to heal that cut ASAP. Same thing with these exercises. Give your body what it needs, and it will serve you very well. It's an amazing creation. All right, bring it down, shake it out. Let's do 2 more here, my friends. 2 more. I hope you're not bored, because these are the good ones. As Kenny Chesney said, this is the good stuff. Bring it down. We have spider stretch. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. No, you're not all right, spider. You're not all right. Take the right leg up. You can keep this foot flat if you want. Head up, or down. Grab as high as you can. Each exhale, lengthen. Elbows to the outside. Inhale, soften. Exhale, stretch. Bring the nose towards the knee. Hamstrings. Also stretching the hip flexor here. Get that massive stretch. And you can experiment with this a little bit. You can take the leg slightly across, and that angle brings the IT band in here. Definitely hits the calves a little more too. And as you exhale, flex the foot. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. You can also bring the leg slightly out, hitting more of the inner thigh. Let's do 2 more breaths, either one. And of course, my friends, do both legs. Switch sides. Oh, a little cramp. Oh, involuntary muscle spasm. Enjoy the show. Stretch it out. Spider stretch. Get out of there. There we go. Ooh, almost hit my stuff there. Let's do 5 more breaths. You can bring it across, out to the side. That's up to you. Flex the foot, get the calf involved. And 1 more. Okay, last one is simply the double spider. Take both the legs, bring them up. With each exhale, you stretch them out, just like the spider. That's going to pull your weight back a little bit. Put the weight in the lower back. It's a nice massage. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Looser those hamstrings are, the better your back will feel. Many times when you have lower back pain, I mean, there's always different reasons. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose it. But tight hamstrings lead to lower back tension and problems and pain and doctor visits. So keep them loose. Keep the hips and the hamstrings loose. And keep your core nice and balanced. All right. Whoa, hey! Ah, crap. All right. Where's my assistant? Get over here. All right, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that. I can't state enough how important it is to stretch. You don't have to spend an hour stretching. Just take, 5 to 10 minutes a day. If you don't have that, just take a minute or 2 when you're warmed up after workout and do a few of these stretches. You don't have to do the full routine every time, but just pick a few. But keep those hamstrings and those hips loose, because you will know right away when they are tight. They will wreak havoc on the rest of your body. They just get angry when that happens. So keep them loose. Think of them as rubber bands and lubricating those hip joints. All right, my friends. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like it. Comment below. I love comments. Keep these free videos coming. And share it, tag me, and of course subscribe. This channel has really grown. I'm so appreciative of all your support. We're reaching over 100 countries around the world. I just got the GoPro camera here. We got a mat. We got the house, the snow. It's so great how we can do these anywhere at any time. And don't forget, order my book. I really appreciate that. Power Yoga for Athletes will be available wherever books are sold on May 1st. So that's really exciting. So you go to the Barnes & Noble and you're going to see me there. Not in person, but, in the book. I'm not doing that pose. Yeah, here, this is the pose. Here, athletes, just do this. Okay. All right, friends, always a pleasure. God bless. I will see you soon.